obnoxiously obsessed. They might see it as a flaw, but I see it as my biggest strength. Once something gets in my mind, the only thing left to do is to do it. I feel like I'm going through something, guys. I've had quite a few people ask what motivates me and why I do what I do. And honestly, it stumped me a little bit in the beginning, but after thinking about it, it's really come down to just inspiring others like I was inspired. I feel like some days making videos like this can just be, oh, it's a silly video, like who cares about what I'm creating, who cares about watching, and why am I really even doing this? But when I first started like 2 years ago, I was looking for people to inspire me. I was looking for the motivation to start and have kind of a change in my life. And one of my biggest ones was Anthony Pershan, and he's talked about how he's had other inspirations for him to start. So I think the main reason why I do this and the overall big picture is just to show you guys that we all start from the bottom. We all start not knowing anything, and you can really do whatever you put your mind to. It's cliche, I know, but it's seriously, it's the truth. I think we all have some bigger dream, some big picture in our brains, and whether that's just fitness in general, self-improvement, or something completely different, this message can relate to whatever you're trying to achieve. It seems like when you're first starting out, when the picture's too big, you don't really know where to start. It's super overwhelming, and honestly, it's super daunting to even know what to do. It feels impossible, like the whole entire world is against you. But for me, when I saw like Anthony and a bunch of these other guys, including some of the people that I talk to on a daily basis now, the people I went to Houston with, seeing these other guys accomplish the stuff that I wanted to do was simply, it just flipped something in my head. It was like, why not you? Why these people are doing it? Why can't you? Why not you? And that was the one thing that really, being able to watch other people's videos and learn from them and gain knowledge from their experiences, it was a game changer. So when people tease me and ask why I'm making these little videos and who they're even for and what they can accomplish, I really just need to remind myself that I'm doing this to inspire, even if it's one person out there. It may not seem like it, but these things can reach across the world. Like, I've seen people in Switzerland and like all these other places reaching out to me saying that they saw one of my reels or something, and it's impacted them in a positive way. So it may seem foreign and super weird to people that don't see what we do on a daily basis or the impact these can have, but that's been one of my biggest motivators, is seeing how it can impact others at this point. And throughout this, the lessons I've learned have translated insanely to life outside of fitness and outside the gym. It's taught me so many lessons that I don't think I ever would have learned if I didn't pick up a camera, if I didn't train on a regular basis, if I didn't fall in love with the gym. So for those of you watching and following along, it's just, I hope that I can inspire you guys just as much as possible and show you that whatever dream is inside your head right now, if you're stuck in somewhere you don't want to be at, I just hope you can watch my videos and what I create and take some of those lessons and have them impact your own life, and use this knowledge and use this motivation to improve your life, because I know how hard it can be when it feels like everything is against you. It's just you alone doing everything, and it feels like there's no way out, there's no positive sign. I just want to help you guys realize that too, because I just said it, but anything is possible. It's all in your head. If you can stay positive and try to be happy in the moment, then it's going to reflect in your life. So whenever you see people doing stuff you want to do and say, wow, I wish I could do that, why not? Why can't it be you? Why not you? First movement of the day, we're going to be starting with muscle ups, and pull day has become one of my favorites, so hopefully I can perform today and hopefully these things are flying. If anybody out there is trying calisthenics like me or just getting into it, just understand it's going to take time. I got people giving me shit because I can't do a muscle up or a strict muscle up because I'm 8 months into training, but I couldn't even get up the bar once, and I've done a few solo, but I'm still gonna be using the band, just keep working on form. And I'd rather have good form with a band and have this take a little longer than just be whipping myself around the bar. So we're gonna get the band up there. Let's dive into it. These things are absolutely flying today. I feel weightless, so I'm gonna go down to the lowest band I got, do a set, and then if that feels good, we're gonna try some unassisted, and based on how we're feeling off this first rip, we're gonna be cruising, and I really think I can get some unassisted ones today, so let's keep this momentum going. So I've been reading this book recently for 75 Hard, and it's called The Happiness Advantage. And I'm only like 20, 30 pages in. It's pretty new, but I've already learned a new lesson that I think is super important to share. It's about this guy who was studying Harvard graduates and how their attitude reflects on their performance. And it's in the beginning, it's basically saying how we're set up to fail almost, because 99% of Harvard graduates aren't in the top 1%, which sounds dumb, but what happens to the rest of those 99% of people? They're not automatically a failure. And on one hand, while pressure builds diamonds, on the other hand, it can almost just tear you down before you even begin. With so much pressure to be great, and we often fall short when we start, this pressure pulls you away from what you need the most. Your friends, family, your happiness, social gatherings, And when this pressure gets too high, we almost curl up into a ball, go into our own hole, hoping to just work our way out of it. But in reality, the things we're getting pulled away from is what we really, truly need most. And this has really impacted my life because I put a ton of pressure on myself just surrounding everything I do. I want to be the best at no matter what I'm entering, or no matter what I'm trying to accomplish. And on one hand, it really makes me want to try my hardest and do the best that I can, which is good. But on the other hand, it causes me to overthink and ultimately just not take any action. And this cycle just pushes me farther and farther away from my goal. And specifically surrounding video, I want to document as much as I can, and it feels weird in the moment. It feels like I have no talent. I'm overthinking everything I'm doing. It feels like I'm overthinking every single shot and everything I'm doing. But I want to know these moments in the beginning where it's really difficult and really hard. So in 5-10 years times, when I achieve the goals that I've been setting out to achieve, I can look back at all these videos and remember what I'm going through, everything I've worked for, everything that my attitude has helped push through, helped build. And something in the book that he talks highly about is the way our attitude strictly affects the results. If we simply act like we're happy, if we simply try to trick our mind about being positive, the results were like 30 or 40% greater just because of how we made our brain perceive the action that we're doing. And this is something that I'm really trying to take into my videography and documenting, because as I overthink and try to film at the same time, it shows through the camera. If I'm not having a good time, if I'm not being positive, it shows. And if I go into it more, just being able to enjoy the process and having fun while filming and while doing the thing that I love, the end result is just going to be greater. It's going to be way higher quality, and it's going to show through the camera that I'm truly enjoying what I do. And it sounds really cliche. It sounds really stupid to just say, act happy, be happy. Like, listening to myself say that, I sound dumb. It sounds like a terrible, like, analogy. It sounds stupid. But I really do think it works, because some days when I wake up on the right side of the bed and I just feel good, the rest of the day with that positive attitude is already going to be better. But when I wake up and I put so much pressure on filming, making YouTubes, making reels, literally everything, just documenting my life, I put so much pressure wanting it to be the best product that I can. That attitude of putting so much pressure on it is just going to take away, and it's going to ultimately make it worse simply because of what's going on in my head. And being able to just flip that switch a little bit, especially in the moments when you're down, I think is just going to be a game changer, and something that I wanted to share with you guys, hopefully being able to spread that message. I want to see everybody succeed. I want to see all my friends. I want to see the people watching me on Instagram and watching me here on YouTube. I want to see you guys succeed. I want you guys to take lessons from things that I've learned and hopefully speed your process up. It might be a little cringy, but honestly, next time you're in a rough spot, next time you're just down on yourself, just take a second, think about what you're grateful for, think about the privilege you have to do this. A lot of the times there's so much pressure surrounding this, but it's truly a blessing that we get to go train, we get to film, we have all these things that are disposable to us. And we truly need to be thankful for some of the opportunities that others might be wishing we have. So just try to find a few things you can be positive about, and I truly believe the outcome you're trying to achieve will just be that much better and that much easier on yourself, just from a small attitude shift. Especially when your days get super repetitive like mine. Like, I get up, train, come home, work, go train, eat, and repeat. That's what my schedule is. I think an attitude can play such a huge part simply in your ability to succeed. If you are constantly down on yourself, negative, then the chances of you achieving the goal you have are slim to none. But if you're positive, you have a good attitude, and you go into it knowing that you're going to do everything you can to accomplish it, I think anything's possible for you. You can do whatever is in your mind if you have a positive attitude. So we just got back to the apartment. We're going to grab some food. I was able to get some food from the Timberwolves, which is super nice, so meals should be easy. And honestly, got a long day of editing ahead, so I think I'll catch you guys for my next training session on the run. And yeah, I'll see you guys there.
I know you used to hate running. What changed?
I won't lie, I think I still kind of hate running. Like, it's hard to get out the door some days. But after seeing some of the positive benefits from it, and especially training for a triathlon, it's just something that I have to do. And I will say, the more I do it, the more fun and easier it gets, the more I enjoy it. It's kind of nice to have a new challenge where every week or every other week I can see progress. So being able to show up every day and just see some of those milestones that I'm hitting, it's just it's a good feeling. So even though it's difficult, even though I hate it, it's something that I still have to do, and I'm learning to enjoy it as much as I can.